guys today is a rare diamond. And why is a rare diamond, Maria? Is because it's an stunning property, and also because the builder just made a limited amounts of property like this one, so you won't find your property throughout the neighborhood, so that will make it unique. And just take a minute to look at all the details and how beautiful this property is. I know many women pay attention to a lot of details, just as I will do, and just take a look at all the details that makes this property so unique and different. And one of them is this area over here. They let the grass grow, and that doesn't look so beautiful, doesn't match the aesthetic of the property. That will be fixed, and we have some little stone beautiful plants over there, but let's just bypass that and just take a look at the entire aesthetic of the property. The color selection that they have, I just love the black details with the creamish white color, so you guys have actually like a reddish creamy color with the black fascia we have over here. I love that this is black, because when we have this detail over here to be in white colors, usually they get very dirty, and that's something we cannot control. We usually within a week you have to keep cleaning, as because it's black you cannot really see because that happens because of the roof. Whenever it rains, the stain from the roof just damages it, and that looks really bad. And I love that they already thought about it, and being in black you cannot really see that little detail. I love everything matches. The roof matches with your door, with your main door. You guys have beautiful coach light, not just in here. You have two right here, two in the front, and then we have this beautiful chandelier right here in the center of your entryway. This area looks like a grand entrance. I look so small because this is the highest point of the property. I'm not small, but I look like a little ant in this entryway, which is so massive, so tall, as this being the highest point. And what I love that they did is that they add this 3 square that enhances the whole design of the property. So whenever somebody comes to visit, they say, wow, this is a beautiful house. And now let's talk about the neighborhood. This is an area that doesn't have HOA or CDD fees, and I know many of you probably get scared sometimes whenever you don't have an HOA or CDD, because you don't know whoever's taking care of the neighborhood or if the aesthetics of the neighborhoods are the best aesthetic. And in this area, even if you don't have HOA or CDD, everybody takes care of the property. Very nice grass, very cut, very nice. And that's at a point super important, especially if you're not buying with an HOA or CDD fees, is because you don't want to be right next to a hoarder, because that changes the aesthetic and the value of your property. You can have the most beautiful property, but that will damage the overall value of your property. I'm Maria Santana, your real estate advisor, and I'm here to help you to make one of the most important decisions of your life. Where you're going to live, where you're going to invest, and where are you going to create your future. Let's get started with this tour. The first thing we're going to see as soon as we enter to this beautiful property is your super tall door. This is approximately 9 feet tall door, and I love also something that they have added on is that we have an smart key. So you already will have a smart key on your property, and you have a super open concept. You're going to have everything together, your living, dining, but something to mention is that your kitchen, as soon as you enter the property, you are not going to see, even you have an open concept, the first thing you see is not the kitchen, because the kitchen is a little bit hidden, and this is what I'm talking about. You won't see any of your dishes, or if you're cooking, you won't see it as soon as you enter the door. And I know that's a detail that is super important for many people. And just look at how beautiful. Of course, I always forget to take off the glass. I even have the little markings in here. But this kitchen is just a beautiful kitchen. I truly love all this space. And something to point out in this kitchen is that it is a little bit to this side, so even when you're gonna put your bar stools, you have this space. It won't interfere with your main living or dining area. And just look at this beauty. All the cabinets, they added cabinets throughout all these spaces. You don't have an area missing a cabinet. You have it throughout your entire kitchen. Plus, you have plenty of space to walk freely. We're going to have a quartz countertops. Look how beautiful this quartz looks, black details, and I just love this backsplash. The backsplash has like a little, it looks like a stone details, but they're like the little pebbles. It just make it look so different, so unique. I just love it. Something is the details, something else we're going to have the crown molding. That makes a huge difference, makes your cabinets actually feel much taller. And I love the quality of the appliances. You're going to have LG appliances, and this is something silly. I know this is not something important, but I just love this oven. I love the color. Look, this has like a super nice blue. I've never seen an oven with this blue. It's just a stunning blue for me. I know this is something so silly, but it looks so nice. We're going to have your window overlooking your backyard. And something to point out, there is a lot of clients that ask me, Maria, I want a sink that looks through the window because they want to entertain. They maybe want to pass some of the dishes throughout here. Maybe if you do an outdoor kitchen, you have a stunning lanai that I will show you shortly. But you can still, even if you don't have the sink right here, you have the sink right here. So you can still have a perfect view of your outside. And I love that the sink in the island, pretty much you can maximize the entire space because the sink is not in the middle. You have all this free space, plus all this free space for your coffee station. If you know, you know what the coffee station is all about. You have beautiful lights. I just in love with all the details. And you also have your pantry over here that has a decent space, not the biggest and not the smallest. And Maria, your dining area, where your dining set is going to go over here. It can be super long because it's gonna take a lot of your space. You can put it vertically or horizontally. You have enough space, but no more than 8 chairs. It will take a lot of your space. Over here, you have your space for your living area. You can perfectly have a sectional L-shape couch over here, the table in the middle, but you can welcome the entire space. Maybe put a TV over here, and then you can entertain with the entire family. And now let's take a look at the secondary bedrooms. And on this side of the property, we're going to have all your guest rooms together. So your main room is going to be on the opposite end, which is a plus. But let's get started with the first bedroom. This is actually the smallest bedroom you're going to have in this property. This will be ideal for maybe a full-size bed. You probably won't be able to fit the 2 nightstands. This will be the ideal bedroom if you don't need this bedroom, or will be the kids, or it could be an office. This will be the ideal, since this is the smallest bedroom that you're going to have on the property. You're going to have a pretty standard size closet, not the biggest, not the smallest. Let's just move right to our next bedroom, which is bedroom number 2. This is a much better space. You can easily fit a queen or a full-size bed, 2 nightstands, and then your closet is approximately the same size. Something to point out, this property, we won't have any carpet. We have laminate throughout your entire property. And something that will save you some money as well is that we already have the window treatments in all the windows of the property. Now let's go to bedroom number 3. It's the biggest of all, so it goes from the smallest, the medium, and then this is going to be your biggest guest room that you're going to have in this property. Much more space, a lot of of natural light. You have a double window overlooking your beautiful backyard. We also have a little bit bigger of a closet on this property as well. And in the middle, sharing with all the bedrooms, we're going to have our secondary bathroom, which is right here in the middle, and it's just beautiful as you can imagine. Look how bright. This is super bright. White walls, all the details are white. I love the tile going all the way up. I don't really like when we don't finish the tile, just a little bit, just finish it. And this is what I love about this property. We have like a little window for extra light. The details matches front or faucets to or mirrored to absolutely everything. And we also have a linen closet hidden right there behind that door. And this is a little bit oversized, so we have a little bit more space. We have the sink, but we have some extra space for some decoration or to put all the products that you might need. And now let's go to the opposite side of your property. And on this area, we are going to have a super long laundry room. I love that they added that extra space. You have the perfect space for your washer, for your dryer, plus you have a sink. This is a plus, and many people love to have this feature on your laundry room if you need to take off any stains before you throw your clothes to the washer and your dryer. Right next to it, we're going to have your 2-car garage. Pretty spacious 2-car garage and pretty standard as well. I love that it's a finished garage. They finished painting it, and they also paint the floor of your garage. In here, you're going to have your AC unit, pretty good Carrier brand. You're going to have your water heater, Ring as well. So great brands throughout the property. That tells a lot about the quality of building. Your electric panel is over here, and you're going to have a Chamberlain door opener. And now let's take a look at your master suite. And this bathroom is just a stunning bathroom, but we won't see it until just give me a couple of minutes. Let's just get started with your master bedroom. This master bedroom, it has a great space. I love all the details. I love that you have the double window overlooking your massive backyard. Just wait and see that backyard. Again, window treatment or king size bed in the middle, 2 nightstands on the sides. It's just the perfect space, and your TV right there. Your master bathroom, I love the details. The bathroom is a pretty high usage area. There is a lot of water going on, so they pay attention to that detail. So both of the bathrooms, we're going to have tile flooring instead of laminate. Beautiful gray tile matching the aesthetic of the property. Right here, we're going to have your closet, very spacious closet. I will personally add more racks to this closet, but it has the space to do so, and that's the most important. We can always add those little racks, but we cannot make the space. That is what it is. Right here, we're going to have your bathroom. Beautiful finishes, beautiful colors, white bathroom. We're going to have a double sink with quartz countertops, black details, beautiful light matching the entire aesthetic of this bathroom. Shower, beautiful shower. I love the tile all the way up, matching your guest bedroom. It looks like little marvelous color in the flooring. The flooring selection, I really enjoyed it. The missing on this shower is a door, but this is a point where we can negotiate. I've been in this position many times. We can probably negotiate with the seller, but if not, it's not a deal breaker because this is a beautiful house with many features. But if not, I can find you somebody that can do it for a great price. So don't worry about this not being here, because I know you're thinking about it as soon as you saw the property. You guys have some natural light. Your toilet is over here and some relaxing space. You have a beautiful tub with the black details. Even the faucet on your tub matches the entire aesthetic of the property. And now let's take a look at that massive backyard. And here in your backyard, we're going to have your super extended lanai area. You guys can do an outdoor kitchen, maybe with a gas tank, and you can have, I have a client who did this in their property and it was just beautiful. They don't even use the inside kitchen. The inside kitchen to them is just an accessory of their property. They do everything on the outside and it just looked so beautiful, especially if you have a property like this one with this big of a lot. This is a quarter of an acre, but this honestly looks like a half an acre. This property is longer, it's not as wide, so that adds all the extra space. Just, I'm gonna do the sacrifice for you guys. Let me see if I can get there. So you guys can have an idea of how big this backyard is. You guys can put here a pretty big pool. You can do a trampoline. You have so much space. Your property line, it gets all the way over here. So you have all this space. Just think about everything you can do. I probably look so small at this point, but it's just to give you an idea how huge this backyard is. And Maria, just shut up and tell me the details of this beautiful property. This beautiful property is a property that has been discounted. That means that we can have probably even more negotiation power. The current listing price of this stunning property is only $316,000. That's a great deal for a property that looks like this one with 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, approximately 1,600 square feet of living space, and the potential to negotiate it even further. So if you're looking for a property full of upgrades, a great deal, a diamond, the way I call this property, this is your opportunity. And if it doesn't work, it's fine. If you want a bigger, smaller, anything you're looking for, I'm here to find the best deal for you, guaranteed. If you have any questions, just let me know. All my information will be on the description below. Until the next one.